This is Brenda from Artist Fusion. Today I'm making twin beach tables. I've already primed my boards and now I'm going to use spray paint to lay down kind of like a base design. This first spray paint is a gloss navy blue. You want to make sure that the edges are well coated with the spray paint, because when you end up sanding between coats, you don't want to burn through your base color coat. My second color is a gloss deep blue. My third color choice was Seaside in gloss. I'm just going to go back over some areas that I thought I didn't cover well enough. I'm going to set up the fan and let this dry for a few hours and then come back. I'm using Rust-Oleum's multicolor texture. It comes in two different colors, a darker sand color and a lighter sand color. This is what I'm using to create my beach area. And I just cut up a piece of brown paper to kind of use as a marking tool for where my beach is going to be. I am alternating between the light color and the darker color sand to try to give it a more natural sand look. I did get a little overspray on the rest of the board, and I'm wiping it with some acetone, and I actually like the way that it blended the colors. I did set the fan on this and let it dry for a couple of hours before I started the next step. Now that it's dry, it's time to pour the resin. I mixed clear and white metallic just a little bit to give a little bit of shimmer, which I'm going to pour over the beach area. For resin, I'm using Counterculture DIY medium viscosity artist resin. I'm just spreading it out with my gloved hand, making sure that all the beach area and the edges are covered. My first color is Counterculture DIY Dispersion Color in Aquamarine. My next color is a black diamond powder, and it is Caribbean Blue. My next color is a Bombay India ink in turquoise. Each of these colorants are mixed in with the Counterculture DIY medium viscosity artist resin. Now I'm going to blend the colors and make sure that I coat all of my edges. I did change gloves between colors because at this point I'm just trying to spread them out, and then you'll notice later in the video I will actually start blending them together. Now I'm using a gloved hand to kind of blend and mix the colors. And this is only the first coat. There will be a second coat, a second color coat tomorrow, and then a final clear coat after that. And that's how you achieve depth, by doing multiple layers. I'm drizzling on some clear right where I'm going to put my wave. So the clear goes before you pour the white, and then you drizzle the white right after the clear. And then I'm going to use a heat gun and pop any bubbles that are on the surface, and also heat it up a little bit so it becomes a little more fluid, but I don't want it too fluid. I want my design to stay where I put it. So I'm just using the heat gun to blow the white through the clear and into the blue, which creates kind of that frothy wave. And then I'm going to use a small handheld kitchen torch and tilt it a little bit and hit it with the torch. And I found that the heat from the torch is what really makes the cells pop. I'm going to add one more wave doing the same thing. I'm going to pour a little bit of clear and then the white, and same thing, heat it up and use the heat gun to push it through. So here's the clear, and then a little bit of white. The white, I forgot to mention, is Counterculture DIY's Armor Art mixed in with the resin. And again, using the heat gun to push that through. So now this is the next day, and I have sanded this with 220 grit, and I'm about to do my second layer. My first color is going to be the Counterculture DIY dispersion color in aquamarine, and I've tinted it pretty transparent. My second color is the Black Diamond pigment powder in Caribbean blue. My third color is the Black Diamond pigment powder in blue-green. And my last one is the Bombay India ink in turquoise, and that one is pretty transparent. I'm going to blend these with a gloved hand and make sure that I coat all of my edges. I'm going to pour some clear over the beach area and blend that through with a clean gloved hand. And then I will mix the blue greens in and bring it down to the beach area. I am covering up part of that wave. I'm leaving some of it still exposed, but you'll see I'll end up pouring another wave on top of it. I'm using the torch to pop any bubbles. I'm going to pour some clear along where I'm going to make my wave, and then put the white, and again the white is the Counterculture DIY's Armor Art mixed with resin. Now I'm going to heat that up a little with the heat gun, pop any bubbles, kind of warm the resin up, and then I will use the heat gun to blow that through, the white through the clear into the color. Now I'm going to tilt it slightly and hit it with the kitchen torch. Again, that's what really makes those cells pop. And then I'm actually going to do a super tilt and make that wave stretch. I'm going to add another wave doing the same thing. I added some clear, and then I'm going to add the white, and I will use the heat gun to blow it out. And I'm going to tilt it and use the kitchen torch again. And again, I'm going to do a super tilt, try to stretch that wave a bit. I thought this one needed a third wave out in the water a little more, so I just added the white. I did not add clear this time. I'm going to use the heat gun and heat up the resin on the other side of the white line so that it will blow into the resin better. And again, I'm going to torch it and tilt it, trying to stretch that wave. Sometimes I tilt back the other way to bring the wave back if it's gotten stretched too far. Here's how it's looking now, and we'll see what it looks like after it's fully cured. Then it will get another clear coat on top of this. And here's the other one that I did not show the making of in the video. For these tables, I created 1-inch steel pipe legs which I painted in black and coated with lacquer. Please like and subscribe to our channel to be notified of new videos as they're posted.